And I knew I liked telling stories, and I knew I liked the way you could get into kind of people's lives a little bit differently with a film camera. That was something I remember thinking about even in high school as I was starting to make documentaries. But it was coming to Boston College and meeting a Jesuit named Kevin Kirsten that helped me to be much more intentional about making this an exercise that grew out of my faith. Father Kirsten left here maybe 6-7 years ago. He was teaching in the communications department, and he was a documentary filmmaker himself. And I ended up doing a year-long readings and research class with him in which we made a film about the BC campus school. And I was rearing to go, I was excited about this project. It was my junior year. We got a camera, we got all the gear together, and I showed up the first day to kind of go over the game plan for shooting this thing. And he was like, "Why do you have the camera with you?" I was like, "Because we're going to shoot this film." He's like, "Not so fast, put it down." And he actually said, "I want you to spend an entire semester just being at the campus school before you shoot anything." I was not happy about that initially, but it turned out to be one of the most formative experiences in my life as a filmmaker. Just went over there and hung out without an agenda, got to know people, got to hear stories, got to try and learn about this amazing population of people that I had my own biases and that probably would have come out in the film had I not spent that time beforehand. That's a very Ignatian idea. I didn't know it at the time, but paying attention, attentiveness to people's stories. As a filmmaker and a priest, people entrust their sacred stories to you, and you have an obligation to tell them right, and you also have kind of this cool role of being able to sniff out, to listen, to help them discover where God is active in these stories, right? St. Ignatius Loyola, if you've ever done the spiritual exercises, in the 4th week of the exercises, the very end, there's this meditation called the contemplatio, the contemplation to attain divine love. And Ignatius has the retreatant imagine all of the ways that God is working, God is laboring in the world, in so many faces, in so many places, in atoms, in animals, in the breeze, in the sunlight, in relationships. And he says, just pause and imagine and contemplate through all those different things and see how God is truly working in the world.